Hiya, welcome back to this 3D site and modelling and visualization set of tutorials. We've done the surfacing of the ground areas. What we'll do now is have a look at the roof of the building and the building form itself. So hopefully this isn't going too quickly. Obviously you can pause the video as we go. So I'm going to change now to a layer called wire roof. So this is the kind of like the wire frame of the roof shape, and we'll go back to 2D wireframe. Okay, and what I'm going to do is just put this. I'm just going to trace around the edge of the roof. Just use a polyline for that, just so we can switch all the other layers off. Leave ourselves with just the roof. Okay, now you could isolate the layers, but I prefer to just type in the command -LA, enter, use the off option, then star, and return 3 times. That just clears away all the other layers and leaves you with the one that's current. Okay, so we'll model the roof at say 30 degrees. Okay, so the plan shape here, as you can see, is we've got different widths in parts of the building. So the roof shape's not going to be that simple. It's maybe advisable to draw the 2D shape of your roof first, so that you can kind of get your head around what should be happening with the 3D. So we'll do that just now, and I'll use polylines because these points are higher up now. Now, what we could do is change the coordinate system so that the origin is higher up. So if you use the UCS command and use the origin option, which doesn't feature on the selectable ones there, so it's just the letter O and enter, and just choose a point on the model. So that's set 0, 0 to be the corner there. Okay, go back to the plan. Okay, so we'll put midpoint onto our object snaps now. That'll be useful. Okay, and so what we'll do is we'll have a ridge running on in each portion of the roof, and we'll have hipped ends. Okay, so there'll be a sloping portion of the roof at each end, and if the hips are sloping at 45 degrees, sorry, at 30 degrees as well, then the junction between any roof plane should be at 45 degrees. So we'll draw that in just now. So we'll have a line from midpoint, and I'll just take it across here, and then we want a line at 45 degrees. So we'll say at 5,000 less than 45, and join those two together. Okay, flip that over using mirror. Okay, and then copy that so we can form the hip of the other part of the roof. Join those together. That gives us the ridge for this position. Okay, copying again. Okay, then flip that over. Join all these together, and lastly from here to here should be at 45 degrees as well. So if we copy one of these lines, it's absolutely exact. Okay, so that's the 2D plan. Now we could kind of stretch all that up, but we don't know how high to stretch it up. Okay, so if we go into a 3D view, and what we need to do is get a line at 45 degrees up from the eaves upwards. So you change your coordinate system to allow that to happen. Everything we draw at the moment is going to be flat on the deck. So if we go to the left or the right UCS, we can then take a line up out of the ground. So I'll use a polyline again, just from anywhere Okay, and we then need to specify the angle, so we'll say at, say 5,000 again, at an angle of 30 degrees. So this is our roof pitch. And then if we mirror that over to the other side, now you can see here, you can't see the end point, the mirror point. Okay, can you see where it's leaving the mirror point? The origin, the UCS, sorry, the OSNAP icons always show up at level 0. Okay, it can be a wee bit off-putting, but it's going to behave the same way. So we still need to see midpoint. Okay, drag up or down, ortho on, click, enter to finish. Okay, turn that round and you'll see that that's mirrored, and those two should be joinable with the fillet command. So that gives us the height that that ridge line needs to go to. Okay, so I'm just going to explode that. Okay, because I want to do the same thing over at this side. If I copy that line from here to the midpoint, okay, draw a line, draw a polyline up from there, and trim it. That gives us the height for this ridge. So you can move that line. So we've got ridge 1. Okay, here we take a line up and trim it again. We can move ridge 2. Okay, it's absolutely exact. Okay, we could 2D this if we can just stretch these because they were just drawn as lines. So we could kind of create the 2D version, sorry, the wireframe version of our roof setting out. Okay, there's lots of software now that can kind of do all this automatically, but it's good to be able to kind of take control yourself. There could be situations when you want angles or roof details that are a bit trickier than the automatic roofs will generate. Okay, we can surface that now. So we've got a layer for our slates, I hope. We've got 3D roof surfaces. Okay, and 3D face these. We'll use triangles wherever you can. Remember, do them anti-clockwise so we get the roof facing outwards. Shade, just to show you what's happening. Okay, a couple of big triangles on this side. The hip, the roof. And 3 triangles on this side. 2 triangles on this side. That's the roof one. Okay, so we haven't had to recourse to any cosine tables or anything like that. Just drawing the geometry you need. It's much more accurate, keeps all the angles and all the numbers in the machine. Okay, what we'll do is we'll move this upwards. Okay, and I'm going to move it up by 2700. Okay, let's bring on the other layers now. Minus LA, enter, use the on option, star, enter twice this time. So we'll finish with, let's have a wee tidy up here. Let's get rid of these contours, don't need to see those now. A lot of 2D lines here we can lose. The red side boundary, don't need to see the green roof edge shape there, I'm going to lose that. got the little circles that we're using for setting out. They can go as well. These could be picked up later on in 3D Studio. It's quite easy to get rid of any shape information. That's the kind of 2D stuff. Okay, and the mass of the building, that's the white shape here. Okay, we've got 3D build. Let's go to that layer. I'm just going to polyline this. I need to change back to the world coordinate system first. Polyline. And close it. Okay, the distance from the roof edge is, we've got a 400mm offset. So it's quite a deep offset. Extrude the inner shape by 2500. Move the outer shape up by the height of the inner shape, and then extrude again. Oops, let's try that again. Instead of extrude, and extrude from here to the corner. Very simple mask there. There's a white layer left under there, but we'll pick that out in 3D Studio. Okay, so the last task to do on this is to do the fence, and we'll do that in the next video.